Scandal trigger a massive downfall for the Trump administration. Legendary Democratic strategist James Carville made this bold prediction just a month ago.
So Trump wins, he does that. You know what the media's going to do? They're going to go to a diner and start interviewing people and say, well, I had no idea he said that.
Donald Trump just lost it on live TV. And the reason? George Conway dropped a bombshell about Trump's marriage that nobody saw coming. This wasn't just another political feud. This was personal. And what happened next? Pure chaos. In this video, we're breaking down Trump's explosive meltdown, what set him off, why this is different from his usual rants, and what it reveals about the man behind the podium. You'll hear the exact moment Trump snapped, the hidden details most news channels ignored, and why this could actually hurt him more than any legal trouble. But here's the real shocker. George Conway didn't just attack Trump's politics. He went after something much deeper. And Trump's reaction? Let's just say he didn't deny it. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll see this story in a way no one else is showing you. Welcome to the channel, where we go beyond the headlines. If you want unfiltered breakdowns of the biggest stories, hit subscribe now, because trust us, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Donald Trump doesn't hold back. We've seen him rage against critics, reporters, even his own allies. But this was different. Because this time, it wasn't just about politics. This time, it cut deeper. And the man who set him off? George Conway, a name that carries more weight than you might think. Imagine this: Trump, live on camera, face red, voice rising, completely unraveling, all because of one interview. Conway, a longtime conservative lawyer and yes, the husband of Trump's former senior advisor Kellyanne Conway, went on the record with claims so explosive even Trump couldn't spin them away. So what exactly did he say, and why did it hit? Trump where it hurts?
On the street. Well, we have the man on the street. Trump has arrested Nancy Pelosi, and you voted for Trump. Well, so if I'd have known that.
This administration, in less than 30 days, in the midst of a massive collapse, in particularly a collapse.
It wasn't just another attack on his policies or his presidency. Conway went straight for the personal, the one thing Trump rarely lets anyone question. His marriage, his image, the carefully crafted persona of the untouchable. Strong man! Conway didn't just poke the bear. He ripped open a door Trump's team has fought for years to keep locked. And Trump's reaction? Instant. Volcanic. No carefully worded statement. No surrogate sent out to clean it up. Just raw, unfiltered fury. Because this wasn't about winning a debate. This was about something far more fragile: Trump's pride. And when that's on the line, the gloves come off. But here's what makes this different from every other Trump meltdown you've seen. This wasn't just about Conway. This exposed a pattern, a crack in the armor most people never get to see. And the way Trump responded? That told us everything. Because when you're that defensive, that fast, it's not just anger, it's fear. So before we get into exactly what Conway said and why it matters, ask yourself this: why did this set Trump off when so much else hasn't? The answer might change how you see everything that comes next. To understand why this exploded the way it did, you need to know who George Conway really is and why his words carry such weight. This isn't some random critic or Democratic operative. Conway is a lifelong conservative, a Harvard-educated lawyer who once supported Trump. But more importantly, he's married to Kellyanne Conway, Trump's former campaign manager and senior advisor. This isn't politics. This is family. For years, Conway stayed relatively quiet, even as his wife became one of Trump's most visible defenders. But behind the scenes, things were shifting. Conway started speaking out, first cautiously, then louder. He became part of the Lincoln Project, a group of anti-Trump Republicans. And then, in a recent interview, he went further than ever before. What did he say that lit the fuse? Conway didn't just criticize Trump's policies or leadership. He went straight for the personal. Claims about Trump's marriage to Melania, his behavior behind closed doors, the way he treats those closest to him. Not vague rumors either. Specific, pointed observations from someone who's been close enough to see things most people don't. And here's the key.
He recently advised Democrats in a New York Times op-ed to embark on the most daring political maneuver in the history of our country, roll over and play dead, allow the Republican...
We have a president who is siding with Belarus and North Korea and Russia. I'm sorry, that's a crisis.
Conway wasn't screaming on cable news or ranting on social media. He was calm, measured, almost clinical in his delivery. That made it worse for Trump. Because when the attack comes from someone who knows the playbook, who understands how Trump operates, it's harder to dismiss as fake news or another hysterical critic. This was precision strike, and it landed exactly where Conway intended. But why now? Why go there after all this time? That's where things get even more revealing, because Conway's decision to speak up now, and the specifics he chose to highlight, weren't random. The panel host jumped in to move things along, but the damage was done. Social media exploded with side-by-side clips. Trump demolishing Jeb Bush in 2016 versus Trump sitting frozen in 2024. The contrast was brutal. And then, just as the segment...
We extend this invitation to you a month ago when you first wrote those words, because we thought, what will Carville say when that deadline comes?
President who is starting a trade war with our three biggest trading partners, and we're watching the beginnings of which could be Memorial Day. It's before April Fool's Day, which the Trump administration should make a national holiday because it's so accurate.
I think it'll still be up. There's a story that talks about Trump having haircuts, and you can link to it. They don't look like cuts to me.
Was about to end. Carville twisted the knife one more time. Carville didn't just throw insults. He cited numbers that sting. Your 2020 ground game was a joke, he snapped. Biden's team registered 500,000 new voters in Texas alone. Yours? Couldn't even get proper poll watchers in Detroit. Federal election data backs this up. Trump's 2020 operation got outspent $1.5 billion to $900 million in key states, with Biden dominating digital ad buys. Then came the gut punch about loyalty. Your own cabinet members won't endorse you this time, Carville continued, pulling up a Politico list showing 12 former Trump administration officials now actively campaigning against him. Even staunch allies like Mnuchin and Pompeo have gone radio silent. Trump supporters immediately hit back online. "Rhino talking points," screamed one viral post from a Trump campaign account, pointing to packed recent rallies in New Jersey as proof of momentum. But the numbers tell a different story. Trump's South Carolina primary win saw 30% fewer votes than his 2016 tally, despite being an incumbent. Opposition researchers pounced. The Lincoln Project released a brutal supercut within hours, pairing Carville's remarks with clips of Trump stumbling over basic facts at recent speeches. Even some conservative commentators seemed shaken. A Fox News panel later that night conceded.
We're not arguing. We look at what's happening in the markets. We look at what's happening on Sigelgate. We look at what's happening all the way.
Condition manifests itself through hand sores, and the answer is immediate and unanimous: secondary syphilis.
There are concerning data points about voter enthusiasm. Then came the money shot, Carville's mic drop moment about something even Trump's inner circle fears, but won't say out loud. This wasn't just another cable news spat. It struck at the core of Trump's political identity. The man who built his brand on winning suddenly looked like he was losing control. Internal campaign polls obtained by Axios show Trump's strong leader numbers dipping 4 points in battleground states since the clip went viral. Trump's response came 27 hours later, not through his usual Truth Social rants, but at a New Hampshire rally where he seemed off script. These people, these haters, they don't understand real support. He ad-libbed, uncharacteristically skipping his prepared lines about poll numbers. His campaign quickly released a slickly edited MAGA tsunami video showing crowd shots from recent events. But political analysts noticed something telling. Most footage came from deep red areas Trump already owns. The media reaction split along Predictable lines. MSNBC ran a chyron. The beginning of the end? Fox countered with Dems in panic over Trump's surge. The Wall Street Journal's editorial page warned Republicans, unforced errors piling up, but the real damage came from unexpected quarters. Viral TikTok memes now show the freeze frame with captions, like when she says her boyfriend is coming home. Even conservative radio host Hugh Hewitt asked on air, "Why aren't we seeing the old Trump counterpunch?" Then came the fundraising emails, both campaigns blasting supporters within minutes of each. Trump's team. "They're scared of our movement. Biden's operation. They're running out of steam. The metrics tell the real story. Act Blue processed $2.1 million in small donations in the 6 hours after the clip circulated, compared to $1.4 million for WinRed." And just when it seemed the story might fade, let's be clear, what we just witnessed wasn't normal. Donald Trump, the man who always fights back, was left frozen on live TV. James Carville didn't just criticize him. He exposed a vulnerability no one had targeted before. The numbers don't lie. Shrinking rally crowds, former allies keeping their distance, and now this. A moment of unexpected silence when Trump should have been firing back. Political veterans are already calling this a potential turning point. So here's the real question. Will Trump come out swinging in the next 48 hours with one of his famous counterattacks? Or has Carville planted a seed that even the Teflon Don can't shake off? This story isn't over. In fact, our sources say Trump's team is scrambling right now to contain the damage. We'll be tracking every development, and you won't want to miss what happens next. If you want unfiltered political analysis without the mainstream spin, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This is just the beginning. And trust me, you'll want